You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 222.
222, man. They called me T-Pain a few times yesterday, so I guess I'll be Ralphie pinned her ass down again this week.
That's hella funny.
I know, right?
That's hella funny. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast.
Yep.
Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us. Oh, also, special shout out to WDJY-FM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL ho.
Shout out to OS gang down there in Georgia, man.
Yeah.
Ralph, just because I'm hitting up. Just because. We back after a week off.
I know, man. Hold on. Let's get this out the way, man.
Yes.
How was your birthday, man?
Oh, birthday was great, man.
Okay.
Birthday was great.
Okay.
Spent the weekend in Chicago.
Okay.
Just sightseeing, eating good food, and went to. I'm a butcher the name, but Are it's spelled AIRE. Bathhouse and spa.
Mm-hmm.
Great experience, man. I definitely encourage anybody, if you're in Chicago or New York, because I think they have a location in New York. To try it out, man. It's dope. Got a massage. They have multiple pools that are different temperatures. So the hottest was like 104 degrees. The coldest was like 40 degrees. So you can at your own pace just go in each pool and relax and things like that. A couple of saunas, a lavender sauna, which was really dope.
Okay.
And they gave us like fresh juice, fresh pressed juice, delicious. Like it was crazy. No, great experience. So overall, man, great birthday.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
Glad you had a good time, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. But as you can hear, not to say I'm not enthused, I'm happy to sit here, and be back here in this podcast space with my brother, man. But I wouldn't even say we are in recovery mode. He might be a little bit more perky than me, but you know what I'm saying? We celebrated a good friend of the show, Solo. He's getting married, so we had a bachelor party.
Word.
Yeah,
Last
night. You know what it was. So,
Me trying to be modest.
Yeah,
Look
right.
at that, look at that.
Listen, it was a night of debauchery. No, I kid.
Sorry, mama. No, just playing.
But nah, man, we kicked it all pretty much the whole weekend, man. So, man, I'm hurt.
Man,
I'm hurting. Like, it's so crazy. We always have pre-production conversations. Like me and Johnny just what we call pre-production is just me talking to my guy as a friend. That's pretty much it. Like that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But it didn't hit me like everything that like all the alcohol from last night just hit me now. When I said
until he recapped everything, it's like, wait,
God damn.
I was here, had a couple drinks. I was here, had a couple drinks.
Like,
Yeah.
shit.
Nah, yeah, you had a lot.
Yeah, I had a lot. Yeah.
I listen, after my New Year's Eve, I know to pace myself from now on.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring in the new year that way because I knew the type of year I wanted to have as far as like going out drinking and things like that. So I got all that shit out. And now, like when I am out, which has been kind of scarce, I guess. I've been pacing. I know what I can drink, what I can tolerate, how much I can tolerate, the intervals in which I need to space my drinks. Like man.
Okay.
So I was good.
Okay.
I was good. Woke up a little sleepy, but I was good.
Okay.
No headaches, no nothing.
Oh,
so,
yeah. You just wake up a little sluggish, but it don't be the hangovers, though.
Yeah.
Not at that space anymore, man.
Word.
Watched.
And I'm loving it.
Listen, put me on red cycle, goddamn me. Yeah.
Before we get to anything else, I do want to shout out a listener of ours, Denise. She's been listening to us for a while, and I got a chance to kick it with her early this week after work, and she was just asking, where's the podcast? I didn't have it on Monday mornings with my coffee. Where is it? I was like, oh, dang, that's crazy. But yeah. So shout out to Denise, man. We appreciate her for real.
No, we appreciate you for real. So what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
Hey man, I'm going straight to it. You ain't even got it. Ain't even nothing you got to think about.
Okay,
man. I'm telling you, you'll love this. So in the spirit of X-Men '97, that's currently going on Disney Plus, it's definitely a renaissance in Saturday morning cartoon lore. But But it's not so much focused on the Saturday morning cartoons, but it's just focused on X-Men. And I just really want to ask you this straight up. It's either yes or no.
Okay.
Was Magneto right?
Yes. In his approach, no. Was he right? Absolutely. But
to the people.
In his approach, nah. He wasn't.
So it's like if you had your choice, like if you're a mutant, it's like who I'm fighting with? You fighting with the Brotherhood, or you going with the X-Men?
Because how do I want to approach the negativity that we receive as mutants, right?
Yeah.
How do I want to approach it? Do I want to go the Charles Xavier route and say, hey, I understand you don't understand us because we're different than you, but let's have these talks and try to talk it out and be peace and kumbaya and all that? Or am I going to go to Magneto way and say, look, y'all going to have to accept us because we're not going nowhere. So if you attack us, we at your head. So which, like...
I think with X-Men is just like you probably get a better bed, like you know what I'm saying, like you know you get to sleep in the mansion, you know what I'm saying, like you get the jet and shit, like, you know what I'm saying.
I mean,
but Magneto,
it's dangerous, but at least that's what you get.
But exactly. But I think the thing with Magneto is just that he was right. Like it's just like you seen it, like if you haven't been watching X-Men '97, I implore that you do. Like that shit is
the first 2 episodes
crazy, right?
Oh my god!
And it's like the way Buddy was talking to Cyclops, he's beating his. It's like I hate y'all. Y'all always whining. Like I was like, you know what? This sounds like a Trump supporter. Like that's what's, like. I mean, but X-Men has always been like a mirror of society. So it's don't go in there thinking like, oh, X-Men being woke. No, you didn't watch the original.
Right, and you don't know what X-Men was really like made from.
Yeah.
It was made during the Civil Rights movement.
Yeah.
It made for Malcolm X and MLK, like all of that. So that's what it is.
But no, Magneto was like, and it's easy to be like, Magneto. Like it's easy to say fuck these humans when you Magneto. Like you know what I'm saying?
I mean, of course you could do that.
You ain't remember the porcupine nigga that was fighting with him in X3? Like you
Spike.
Remember? Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. That get your ass on, bro. Like. Well, I mean,
I know. It's just funny.
But I'm just saying though. But it's easy to be like when you Magneto, like
you good.
I can really take iron from your blood and it's up. Like you know what I'm saying?
The least amount of metal I can do a lot with. So yeah. Nah. Shout out to
X-Men though. Like
that's crazy. Great show already. Only 2 episodes.
Right, 2 episodes.
All right. So for my Off the Dome, right? I have been in the process of watching My Wife and Kids all the way through.
Okay.
Because it's on Netflix.
Okay.
I loved this show when I was growing up, but never got a chance to see it from literally beginning to end, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just going through it, like I think I'm on the 5th season now, and the show is great. The show is hilarious. But I wanted to come and ask you, like, is there a show that you remember watching growing up, but you never saw all the way through that you would want to, if you had the opportunity, go back and watch all the way through? From series premiere to series finale.
You know what? I mean, this ain't been like a show long ago. I just wasn't really into sitcoms as much as I am now. I mean, as of like late, right? Because it doesn't have a nostalgic hold to me. But I want to watch Blackish.
Okay.
So like to see how it started, right? Because I started watching Grownish, and Grownish is ridiculous, but I watch it, right? It's like. Sometimes I just admit that I watch stuff and it's ridiculous. I don't have to tell people that I watch it. Like I watch Power. I watch all them shits. Them shits is ridiculous, but I watch them.
I love Grownish. It is ridiculous, but I love it.
It's just ridiculous. But I'd never gotten to Blackish though.
Okay.
Like at all. Like I barely knew anything about it. I'm like Jennifer Lewis is on the show and Lawrence Fishburne. That's crazy. Like
I
just never watched
grandparents,
it.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's what's up.
Like I'll go back and watch that.
Yeah, it's whenever you get the time. I think it's on Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole series on Hulu. No, that's what's up for me. And I think we had this conversation before. Martin.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you saying.
And
that,
it's on my list, but I got so many, I have a backlog of shows that I need to go back and watch. And at the top of it is The Bear, because you are one person. My girl told me about it. It was one other person, but people been on my head about not watching The Bear. So that's as soon as I finish My Wife and Kids, I'm picking it up, because I know that's on Hulu too.
The Bear's legit.
Yeah. But Martin, of course, I've seen episodes here and there.
You just never watched it.
I just never seen it from literally the beginning to the end. And I know it's one of those revered shows in our culture, and it's just something I want to pick up and watch, because I haven't seen it all the way through. So yeah, man.
I got you. But yeah, people, that was off the dome, man. Was Magneto right if you're in the X-Men? Just
right,
straight up,
let us know. Let us know. And then what TV show that you haven't seen all the way through that you want to go back and watch from beginning to end? Let us know.
Yes, man. OS Gang, what's happening, family and kin
What's
folk?
cracking?
Man, we missed a week.
Yeah.
But oh my God, it hasn't been for a lack of any content, right?
Man, what?
Especially you talking about current event space. But I think we'll just start with music.
Okay, let's do it. Hey.
Okay, hold on. This is what we do. Hold on.
We start out. We
You
starting over good.
They already know. They already know why we
know where we going.
Kendrick dropped a verse on featured on Future's new album.
Yes.
We never trust you. Was that the name of it?
We don't trust you.
We don't trust you. Like that.
Yep, that's the name of the song. That's the name of the song. Lord.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Seemingly, well, not even seemingly, throwing shots at former, I wouldn't even say friend or rhyme partner, just his peers, right?
Yeah.
Basically going at Drake and Cole in this.
This is the first time that I feel like we've gotten explicit bars toward Drake and Cole from Kendrick, outside of Control, outside of that. But these are blatant. These are blatant. We know exactly who he's talking about, and I'm loving it. I love it. Where do we start? I wish we had your headphones. So we can do a lyric breakdown.
Right.
Do a lyric breakdown.
Listen, bro. I seen the social media chatter, right? And I was like, where did Kendrick drop a new song? I was like, where's this verse that everybody's clamoring about? And I was like, well, I see Future. I'll get to that Kendrick shit. That's how I felt. I was like, cause no, seriously, I went to Apple Music.
Yeah.
I searched Kendrick Lamar, and I didn't see anything new. So I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
Whatever.
Just find it at some point.
I'm going to just play this Future, because I just want to see what this is hitting for. Like him and Metro Boomin, we'll get to that album. Woo, Jesus. So I'm getting into the album. I enjoy what I'm listening to. And then,
there it is. There it is.
Come on, okay. And I mean, Kendrick proceeds to rap. Rap. And he went crazy. And the layers to what he was saying, man.
Come on, man.
He said, ain't no big three, fuck it, it's big me.
It's big me. If he walking around with stick, it's not Andre 3K. I had to sit and think about that, because I remember in an interview where J. Cole talked about, he likes to walk. He likes to go on walks. And he walks with a stick. He walks with a walking stick. And the layers.
The Prince outlived Mike Jack.
Come on.
All right, bro.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
And then he said, for all my dogs. It was a lot.
This for all your dogs, you end up in the pet cemetery.
Yeah.
Kendrick, first of all, thank you. Just thank you. Because this is not, I'm in my artistry bag. I'm winning Pulitzer prizes. This is not that Kendrick. This is rap Kendrick. That we usually only get outside of albums anyway.
Yeah.
And not saying there's anything wrong with that, because I like album Kendrick. I love the way he puts together projects. But man, it's so great to hear him like this.
Kendrick is probably one of the best conceptual rappers that we've ever had,
absolutely.
right? Because any album has a theme, it's thematic, it's something to it. So when he actually comes to rap, he shows the difference between album and this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Cole has always proven himself to be the more consistent of the rap side of the three that we talk about. We laud Drake for being the hit maker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dare you say the better artist? You know what I'm saying?
I would say the best pop artist of the three.
Okay. Well, listen, he's still better than them artistry wise. You can't put a pop on it, right?
Yeah,
I'm just saying. No, don't put the caveat on it right now. Is he the better artist of the three?
So okay, in my brain, it's like let's define artists because we just talked about Kendrick and how he conceptualized albums, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about outside of that. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I know you want to conceptualize.
I just want to look. I want to make sure I understand completely before Okay, got you. So yeah, no, we agree.
The better artist.
We agree.
Kendrick's the better rapper.
Yes.
I mean, Drake. I mean, Cole is the better rapper. And then it's kind of like, where does Kendrick come into that? You know what I'm saying? Do you say Kendrick's better than them? It's like we all put them at the table together. Mm-hmm. But who's literally the best besides the person that says they're... I'm saying I'm better than y'all niggas. And that's what Kendrick is saying.
And see, and that's where I think the conversation comes in, right? Mm-hmm. I think it depends on what exactly we're talking about. Now, if we're talking about the best overall... I can't really call it. I can't call it. I can't call it.
It really depends on who you're a fan of the most.
I know. Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say Drake because like you alluded to, right? Pop. Mm-hmm. Okay, he makes a broad range of songs.
A plethora of hits.
So it's kind of like, and then the things some people like Drake for, okay, he gets money and he gets women. Ooh.
I know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, but that's what somebody would put Drake on a pedestal for.
True.
Like he makes a consistent string of hits. Mm-hmm. We ain't gotta talk about we like all these hits, but
it's a consistent string.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
Like the Drake stimulus package, pause, is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if he hops on your song, you become something.
And that's been across his entire career.
Right.
So
exactly. So like, a Cole and Kendrick feature might do something for you, but Cole just showed that he go out rap you.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what he gonna do. Kendrick is kind of like I'm a rap on your song, and if it ain't like a control verse or this like that verse, it's kind of like it's cool.
Yeah, that's it. So
it's like depends on where you want to go with that argument.
Exactly. So the best period, I mean, is really up for debate,
and that's why the beef must happen.
Oh yes,
it's like this needs to happen, and that's why we're getting back to this because like. I like that Kendrick is pretty much saying that fuck that big three. I'm him.
It's me.
And if we're going to be honest, like Cole called it straight.
Oh, he did.
He called the nastiest of straights. I mean, even though Cole has this is the thing. All right, if Cole and Kendrick rap against each other, cool, right? Because they were going to be rhyme partners. They were going to do that mythical album that that everybody thought was going to happen. It never happened.
Right.
But I think. Like Cole caught the stray because he lined himself up with Drake.
Yeah,
you did a good song, a big song with him, and then you went on tour with him.
True.
So Kendrick been calling out Drake, been wanting him to hop off the porch.
And since you out here with him, now you gonna catch this straight too.
50 Cent said it best, right? I never had real issues with Fat Joe and Jadakiss, but the fact that they did New York with Ja Rule, y'all got to catch this clip too. So it's the same thing. You lined yourself up with them.
And I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it either.
I'm not mad at it. So with this, okay. let me do the, I don't know. Let me just ask this, right?
Okay.
With what people perceive as a Kendrick Lamar flop and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, do you think this verse is really that good, or is this just a side of Kendrick we haven't seen or heard in a while?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay. Okay.
Because Mr. Morale and Big Steppers was such a conceptual album.
Yeah.
There's no really I mean there are songs and there are things that I like about it, but there's no standout. You know what I'm saying? If it feels like that.
Okay.
Like
I'm not mad at that.
I don't know. Like I know you enjoyed the album way more than I do, but is there something do you go back and enjoy the whole project, or is it do I go back and pluck a song out like in '95 or something?
Oh yeah, it's definitely songs that I plug back out, and it's only from, I guess, the Big Steppers half of it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean. And then Cole has been out here killing shit. And then Drake is always consistently outside, regardless of what you think about it. Right.
So I wouldn't say Kendrick needed it, but
and the reason I ask is the more that I listen to the verse, right? Because I didn't even listen to it on Friday. I heard all the clips and the snippets on social media, but Saturday is when I actually like turn the album on. And when I got to that song, I played it back a few times.
Yeah.
So upon listening to it continuously, at first it's like, oh damn, this is crazy, right? Now the more I'm actually, it's like, okay, these sounds like light jabs to both of them. Like it was the lightest of jabs to Cole.
Yeah, of course.
But
of course,
even though he came at Drake a lot more in that verse, it still sounded as if it was just light jabs at Drake. Which mean, I already feel like he got way more in the tuck, but it's just, let me just jump out here right now because you on your tour. I'm tired of you talking. Like, let me just get to it now. So I don't. Again, the verse is a good verse. It's a really, really good verse, right? But I feel like it's more of jabs rather than I'm just jumping out the window and going crazy.
Yeah, well, of course, right? Because have we heard outside of Drake, because Drake does have diss records.
Okay.
I was about to say, does Cole have a diss record? Would you consider the last track on K.O.D. of diss record? Where he was going at, what was it, Lil Pump or some shit? All right, cool.
Yeah,
All right,
it don't get.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying. And then Kendrick doesn't have a diss song, right?
This song, no, not at least not to my knowledge.
So the Control verse is a moment in time.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, now we got this. This is not the Control verse because he actually said niggas' names.
He did.
So that's the other part. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's, it's great. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of all three. So, and the thing is, it's so crazy. Drake is gonna get out and not responding to this.
Of course he is, because he's scared.
Yes,
Drake is scared.
Like, this is the thing, right? And I had these debates with my, friends outside the podcast, right? And it's just like, oh, well, Drake has money and hoes. I was like, what the fuck does that got to do with rapping?
What does that have to do with anything in regards to this, to the sport?
So, okay, so if he got hits and he gets money and he gets bitches, okay, no one else can rap. Like, no one else can say anything to him. Like, this is the thing that I hate about Aubrey Angel niggas, right? Y'all give that nigga too many passes for not rapping with niggas. Like, Jay too old, Kanye too crazy, Pusha T don't have enough. Cole is boring, Kendrick is too artsy. Who else? Let's keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Triple X was too young. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was beefing with all kind of people. But it's like, you can't nobody say nothing to him. The only person that can say something to him is Future. If that's the logic you're going off of.
Right.
Money, bitches, and hits.
That's it. Damn, you're right. It is only Future.
It's only Future. That's why
we got this album.
That's why we got this album.
That's exactly why.
You see the same way?
Hey, man.
See, this the thing. So now we got Future and Metro Boomin with We Don't Trust You.
Yes.
I'll have to say this, man. I have never really been a big Future fan of album Future in a very long time. Metro put his fucking foot in production on this album.
Absolutely.
Listen, bro.
Absolutely.
That made whatever Future was doing great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Usually where I would kind of get enough of listening to Future, like, I'm like, nah, I want to listen to the whole joint. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. Nah, you're right.
Because Metro is in his bag. And this was like an argument. I want to get back to the album, but this is kind of an argument that I always wanted to have, right? I think Metro Boomin is one of the best producers, period.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why he doesn't get the respect that he deserves is because of the artists that he works with.
Okay,
it's like
I can see that.
If you look at what Metro Boomin does, he does a lot of southern trap beats. So it's like Migos, it's Offset, it's Future. It's you hear Metro Boomin on some other stuff, but if it was Hit Boy, y'all
going crazy.
We you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, I get that, but Metro Boomin has been going crazy, like Spider-Man soundtrack.
Right. The whole soundtrack. Like, I just want to play the beginning to this like that because that shit's so fucking hard, bro. That shit's so hard. Wait a minute. Like, listen to this. Like, that's crazy. I'm just gonna leave it there. But man, like, that's fire. And it was that throughout this entire album.
Like the samples, and then like Future doing what Future does best. This is the thing about Future that I at least respect, right? He is I'll say this again. I'm just gonna say a lot of hot takes about Future.
Okay,
but Future is the biggest artist out of Atlanta, period. And I didn't say best, biggest.
Okay,
like because I know people say, oh, what about no. They ain't holding this nigga jockstrap, respectfully.
And okay,
because it's like the string of hits, consistency, the fact that he gets played in different spaces over there. Like he gets played international, bro. Where a lot of I know we want to talk about Outkast and trap and all that. No, them niggas don't move them. They don't move over there like that.
Okay, so I haven't really thought about that take before. So I'm sitting here trying to think through it. And the only other artist I will put up against that is Outkast, right?
And when was the last time they made a song?
And, okay,
and that's the only thing I got for that, right? I mean, now if you're talking about if it's a Mount Rushmore of Atlanta, you put Future on there now.
Okay.
At this point,
and
he deserves a spot.
I don't think I'm mad at that because
I would say he's bigger than T.I., Jeezy, and Ludacris.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And that's respect to them.
And I've never been the biggest Future fan for his music.
Yeah.
But I do see and understand the longevity that he's had. He's been able to do so many different collaborations. Even his own mixtape run, like his album run, like everything that he's been able to do, and do it at a high level and stay consistent. Like I can't hate on it.
I think the influence is there. That's why I'm having this hot take about Future, right?
Okay.
Like you can clearly see that these littles do what he does, but he's the best one at it, so it makes it tolerable when he does it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You may not want to hear it from them, but when Future do it, it's like, oh, it's cool. Like, it's like, it's all right. I mean, but I'm not trying to sit here and make nobody a Future fan, but that's just my POV on it. Because if you look at longevity hits, even respecting rap, like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Jay-Z had to acknowledge this nigga to do a song with him. Like, I Got the Keys is not the best song ever, but shit.
Yeah, and I mean, we just had this conversation a couple weeks ago about Future being one of the 10 superstars left. Like, he's one of them. He's one of look at the traction this album has gotten ever since it came out 3 days ago.
Yeah, and they doing a part 2.
And that's the scary part, right? Like they got this already, right?
Yes.
And now there's a second disc or a second album to this coming out in the next couple weeks or something like that.
Something like that.
That's crazy.
But I mean, just kind of getting back to the music. I know I just went all over the place, but I really enjoyed this album.
So, okay.
Like, I'm not saying anything, classic or anything crazy like that. But if you're talking about from top to bottom production, the song placement, it's only like, 2 or 3 features on here?
Yeah. And yes. And that's the other thing. How you feel about the features not being listed on, like, the track titles?
Well, certain people do that, right? It's kind of like it keeps you engaged in the album, because I thought it was just Future and Metro.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Kendrick was on here. I didn't know Rick Ross was on here. I think it's somebody else I'm missing.
I want to say Young Thug. Slimed in. I think he was slimed in.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, this is cool. I mean, but he's not the first to do it. I know Travis Scott does that shit a lot, because he got songs with Stevie Wonder, all kind of stuff. You just wouldn't know until you listen to
right.
You
gotta go deep into the credits.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Beyonce has done it, so it's kind of
Yeah.
You don't like that? You don't care for it?
I would just like to know, because some artists' voices are very distinguishable. You know who they are when you hear it.
Yeah.
But for me, right?
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest. Like, I don't listen to Young Thug a lot,
yeah.
so I know what he sounds like. Yeah. But in a song with Future, the motherfuckers sound the same. Okay. So I need to.
That is fair.
It's like very subtle differences between their voices. It's like, wait, this don't sound the same. Is this somebody different? Like, this is what goes through my mind when I'm listening to some of these songs. But anyway.
But yeah, man, like this album from top to bottom, I am fucking with it.
I disagree slightly. I think the album doesn't even really start until Like That comes on. Like the first 3-4 tracks to me were just okay. Like it skips to me.
Claustrophobic? Oh, that's crazy, John.
Yeah.
All right, that's crazy. You was looking for that, right? Is that because you went in there looking for the Kendrick song? Is that what it is?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So again,
I think that's shaping your POV on it.
Again, I didn't know Kendrick was on it. I mean, of course, I saw the people talking about it Friday morning at like 8 a.m. because they listened to it at midnight, right? But no, I didn't go straight to the song. Like I started it from the beginning.
Okay.
Because that's how I like to listen to albums for the first time. I gotta hear it,
Yeah.
number one to the end. So I didn't go. I knew it was coming at some point, but I mean, I'm going into it listening just for the the fulfillness of the album. And I don't know, those first few songs just didn't really grab me like that. Another artist that album who's like that as well is Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake's album, the first few tracks didn't really capture me until it got to like Technicolor, which I think is like 4 or 5. But we can say that for another day, another time.
Okay. Well, we had reservations about Justin Timberlake making an album with that many songs, but I think we can talk about it now. We hear it, right?
We hear it, right? Okay.
I think this is more Future Sex Love Sounds than it is 2020 Experience.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that.
So that can be it, right? Because if you think about how Justified was received, it was a glorified pop R&B album. Then you switch the cloth and go Future Sex Love Sounds, which is very, like, it takes a different ear to hear and understand that for the first time coming off of what you wanted from Justified.
It's true.
Because Sexy Back is not, it don't sound like nothing.
Not a thing.
All right, cool.
Not a thing.
So you give us 2020 after 7 years off. And that is a high-level pop R&B album.
It is.
Then you got Lost in the Woods. And then you come back with something that's it takes a different ear to pretty much appreciate this one too.
And that's why, and I think that's why he named the album Everything I Thought It Was, because he had to go back to what it was.
Yeah, and I think this is more Future Sex Love Sounds because it's like if you compare, I'm comparing it to 2020, which is kind of unfair,
right?
But it ain't 2020. It ain't.
It's not.
If I want to, if I want to go listen to 2020, go listen.
Yeah,
to 2020.
It's there.
I shouldn't, but I mean the album is solid though, because honestly, if you're talking about, it's not an R&B album, it's a pop album, but if you're talking about somebody that's singing, this has been one of the better albums.
That's right.
It's been one of the better ones. Like I hear what you're saying. Like certain songs just move you, but I enjoyed the album from top to bottom. I mean, now this is some things I feel like you could get condensed. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's perfect, but I mean, Reggae Justin on Liar. I mean, with Fireboy.
Listen, man, it's a good song. He dabbled in and out of his blackness on his album.
Yeah,
a lot of back and forth, and I'm not really that mad at it. Like the songs he went black on, he went really black on.
Technicolor's fire.
Man, what?
Technicolor's fire.
Anytime a Justin Timberlake song is over like 5 minutes, like this shit gonna be extra fire.
Yeah.
Extra fire. So
Infinity Sex, oh, Jesus Christ, my favorite drug, Flame, Imagination, What Lovers Do, yeah. The NSYNC collaboration,
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
It's just say you wanted to do a song with your boy, what's our boy name? I can't even get it out, man.
JC?
No, yeah, JC.
JC Shazay?
Yeah. We ain't trying to hear them other 3 niggas.
Man, you won't. You only hear harmonies.
Yeah, exactly.
You need the harmonies in the background.
I guess, man.
That's
crazy.
funny. That's
but
funny.
I mean, Conditions, cold too. Like, I mean, for the most part, it's a very solid album.
I agree.
Like, very good.
And again, to me, this album starts at number 5, Technicolor. Those first 4, just I don't know. Something about those first 4 songs don't really. I don't know. They don't resonate with me. They don't feel good. The rest of these songs feel good. They sound good. Those first 4, I don't know. They just didn't reach me.
Gotcha.
And effing up the disco, that sounds like something Usher probably could have did. Maybe done it better, but again, it's not really a good song.
I got you. Well, hey, Usher ain't really been performing greatly. His new shit lately.
Yeah, so there's that.
I called him that. I don't want to say.
God,
that's what I'm saying. I don't want you to catch no backlash for me saying.
I misunderstood.
Okay,
my fault.
White savior.
Everything he thought it was. That's crazy.
Nah, man, but now that's it on music, I guess. Like Big Sean dropped a new single.
Why does Kendrick Lamar always step on Big Sean's?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody told Big Sean to come out here with album rollouts.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, man.
Well, okay, let me ask you this: are you excited for a Big Sean? Okay,
nope.
That is correct.
Nope.
Hey, man, he kind of like. Listen, Big Sean is just like Ludacris.
Oh, damn.
Like a great.
He's this generation's Ludacris.
Oh no, he is. At least Ludacris got an album that you can say like that's a classic, right?
I know.
I'm not go. I don't. It differs with people, right? Some people go say Back for the First. Any one of the first three, they'll say is a classic. Somebody, I don't know. It jumps from certain people, but
might be different. On a different day.
Somebody might like word of mouth. All right, that's cool. Like you know what I'm saying. But Big Sean is just like a phenomenal rapper. That's like he can be, but he made like a bad decisions with a lot of songs.
Yeah.
It's like his deep cuts are like, phenomenal, right? But those singles are like horrendous. It's like when you start going back and looking at the discography, it's like, oh, that's crazy. And then he had the benefit, and I'm not saying Big Sean is not marketable. He's not a star. He's not even like he's a very capable rapper. Mm-hmm. However, being on good music at that time, being aligned with Kanye at that time helps what you were, right? And then finally, Famous, the album comes out, very mediocre. Detroit, the second album, trash. The third album, now he got a classic. Dark Sky Paradise is a classic to me. So that's the one.
Okay.
Then after then, woo. He started doing the joint albums with his boo. Like nobody cared about them. Like some people will tell you that those are really great albums.
It's a different demographic. That's all.
I guess
it's a different demographic. So
2088, they will tell you that those joints go crazy. I'm like,
I wouldn't know.
Listen, I tried. I
wouldn't know.
Like, y'all got it. But yeah, Big Sean, back outside. Johnny's not excited. I mean, if he drops an album, I'll listen.
I mean, I would too, but I'm still not excited.
Because Detroit 2, when that joint come out? Like last year, 2 years ago?
Oh,
2 years ago.
I feel like it was way longer than that.
Detroit 2?
Yeah.
Well, it came out after Dempsey died, so it might have been like 2019.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. Give me a second. Album.
That album was very disappointing.
2020.
Very disappointing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, didn't they have it was like a cipher or something. They had like hella people on there. Friday night
like
cipher.
everybody from Detroit.
Yeah.
I think it was like everybody from like T Grizzly to Eminem. Like everybody.
Literally. Yeah.
Literally.
K.Dot.
Yeah. Now that's dope. That's probably the best thing about the album. And a Nipsey verse. to me.
Right. All right. Well, yep. Shout out to Big Sean.
That's crazy.
Big Sean is ludicrous. That's nuts.
Hey man,
that's ludicrous.
So are we right? Are we going straight to the Blerd bag now? Because we got plenty of stuff to talk about.
We can't shit.
Unless it's something else.
Ain't nothing else pressing to me.
I don't know. Blerd topic, Blerd segment. It's so many ways we can go with this thing, right? Because there's a trailer, right?
Trailer. For the Penguin.
Yeah. Matt Reeves, the Batman director, is dropping a Penguin series exclusively on HBO Max or just Max.
Just Max, yeah.
So we're getting a subset in that world, like the Penguin, Colin Farrell, all that stuff. The trailer came out as a teaser trailer, right? Or was it full? I don't know. Making a trailer for a show.
It's all the same.
Making a trailer for I don't know, man, bro. Hey, what you think, bro? I don't know. I ain't got I'm just so flustered, trying to think about this shit. Like, what? All right, cool, man.
Listen, with this being a spinoff of the Batman, the trailer looks really good. The plot of the story is basically Oswald Cobblepot forming into what we know as the Penguin, right? Yeah. So him playing chess in Gotham City, trying to make all the right moves to put himself in the position to be the head of the mob and all that kind of stuff. And the underlying basis of who the Penguin is, who Oswald Cobblepot is that he just wants the recognition, the glory, the attention of his peers, basically. He wants to be able to be recognized as somebody that they can come to if they need help, somebody that is respected, feared, all of that. That's the essence of who that character is, just period, in the comics, right? And it seemed like the trailer that I saw, it seems like they're going to capture that perfectly in this story. Okay. And that to me is super fire. Yeah. Super fire.
I'm not going to lie. It looks good. Listen, I'll be kind of against certain little things. Hey man, y'all doing a lot, bro. But I mean, I can feel like they doing a lot, but if it's done right, what can I say? But it looks good. It looks just as if it's the movie quality. I can't base this off of what Disney Plus and the MCU are doing because it's something completely different. Right. The director of the Batman is directing this as well. So I trust that he will take a certain level of TLC to the character.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of giving us because clearly he's going to be in Batman 2, the Batman.
Yeah, has to be.
To kind of get this criminal this character development of this villain that's going to be in Batman 2, rather it be like just a political villain or straight up villain to Batman, it's dope. Like, so I have no problem with this, just viewing this. So I hope it's like, how many episodes is it?
I don't know. They didn't say.
They didn't say.
If I had to guess, it probably won't be more than 8, but it may be less than that. So I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this, and it's kind of like an offshoot question, but it's still in the same space, because we're getting a lot of villain origins or villain things like that where you don't have the hero attached to it. How do you feel about that?
See, that's why you my guy, because I was actually going to kind of pose a similar question.
Yeah.
But my only concern about this show is, how do we take Oswald Cobblepot, right? Who is a villain? Yes. How do we take him in a show that's about him? Yeah. And create another villain?
Exactly. Like everything, and now I'm about to get to this. Everything can't be Joker, right? Everybody.
Oh, absolutely not.
The society can't be the bad person in all this, right? Like, people are just genuinely a villain.
He has to be somebody. There has to be somebody that he's beefing with that he can, I guess.
Well, I mean, like you said, right? He's fighting for the respect of his peers, so he might have to overthrow another crime boss or something like that. Yeah. So we're gonna get maybe 6 to 8 episodes of that.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if it's done right, because it's still a storyline that's within comic book lore. So I mean, I'm not mad at it, but it's just like when you start making these villains anti-heroes, or like just giving them another world to coexist in without the person,
the hero,
without the hero. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to be cognizant of that.
True. That's true.
Like, is Robert Pattinson go, at least be on the rooftop?
Right? Is he,
like, you know what I'm saying? Is he go show up? Bruce Wayne? They go like, Bruce Wayne, I don't know. Like, what's going to happen? And that's the only thing I kind of have pushback, not against the Penguin because it looks amazing, but just Hollywood keep making these decisions with comic book characters is not always appealing. Like, you got to have a good evil force in these things, like you said.
True.
So,
true.
Nah, but am I going to watch it? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I hear that they're pushing that film back now another year.
Oh, the Batman 2?
Yeah. To 2026.
Doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of pushbacks going on.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I think, if I recall correctly, that was supposed to come out the same month as the new Superman movie,
which actually works better.
That it got pushed back. You think? You think it was gonna be way more people going to see Superman, or?
No, I think people would. Well, I don't really care about the Batman film the way other people do, but I think people really would have been like hyped.
Oh, for the Batman?
Yeah, for the Batman.
Yeah.
I think Batman sells better. Like, we haven't had a good Superman film in a very long time, so I don't think anything that they can do. I don't care if y'all introduce the Fortress of Solitude and all that shit. That's cute, my nigga. But niggas care about Batman and Superman. I mean, Batman and Spider-Man. So it's kind of, I'm for real.
I know, it's funny though.
Like, you see that we can make Batman films and they just keep making money.
Yeah. You don't like Man of Steel?
No, I like Man of Steel.
Okay.
But I mean, have Superman films proven to be profitable in our lifetime? Not Christopher Reeves. I'm talking about since 1988.
I like that.
To present.
I like that stipulation.
Right.
But
Right. I had to put a caveat on it.
The answer is no.
But we know what's been consistent since 1988? Batman films.
Golly.
They gonna keep making them. They don't care if they bad or not. We gonna give you these bat nipples.
We've had so many iterations of Batman.
Bat nipples.
Since. Yeah.
That was freak shit.
Hey man, look, you seen Poison Ivy?
Hey man,
you know what time it was in that movie? You synced it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so since we on the topic of comic book movies, right?
Yeah.
I recently read that Bucky, the Winter Soldier, is not going to be in the new Captain America movie.
Big mistake.
I absolutely agree. Like,
big mistake.
I understand the mantle has passed from Steve Rogers to Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, right? Mm-hmm. But Bucky has been like the mainstay in every Captain America film. All three of them. Yeah. All three of them, right?
Yeah.
it's a huge mistake not to have Bucky. And Bucky and Falcon, they have their own type of relationship as well. Like, it's like, hell, we seen it in Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
To say the show.
Like buddy cop, like I hate you but I love you type thing. Like, why would you not explore that in this movie as well? That is not a good look. Not a good look at all.
I love Anthony Mackie as an actor. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's actually hilarious. But we need all hands on deck.
Man, what?
Because it's not because of him as an actor. I'm not putting the onus on the actor, right? I'm putting the onus on the character. Because the character Sam Wilson isn't big enough to carry that mantle respectfully for a movie, right? That's why you're getting the Thunderbolt Ross shit. You getting they gonna have so many storylines and this shit. Like we got a lot of heavy lifting to do because you're introducing, let's say, a black character that's not that popular to Captain America. Like
the character Sam Wilson debuted in The Winter Soldier as a sidekick.
And has been a sidekick.
For ever since.
Years.
Man, what?
That was 10 years ago, bro. Falcon Winter Soldier, what, 2014? I mean, Captain America Winter Soldier.
Okay.
That was
I was like, damn.
No, I was like, damn.
That's crazy.
Right.
But no, yeah, it was somewhere around that time. So, yeah.
He's always been a sidekick. He hasn't proven to be, like, I mean, he's proven himself because the comic books say this, but we just talking about the movies, right?
The films, yeah.
The films, I haven't seen that, and then I have to go off the TV show to see that he's worthy of the mantle.
And yeah, and that's pretty much what the show was about, right?
Yeah.
It's him struggling with the fact that the mantle was passed to him. What should he do? How should he pursue it? And finding out about the black one. I can't even think of his name, but the Black Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So
Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley, who is also going to be in the film.
All hands on deck.
So
we gotta make this, man. We gotta make this work, bro.
But not having Bucky is nasty. It's nasty work. And then him showing up in him not being in Captain America 4, but being in Thunderbolts is super nasty work. It's super, and I don't even think he has that prominent of a role in the Thunderbolts, which is also crazy, right?
Honestly, that should be something that Marvel should cancel.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Well,
or it should be a show. Like, I don't know.
So the Thunderbolts is going to address the ending of Eternals, where the Celeste. I know. where the Celeste.
Okay,
follow me. And this is all what I've read. I don't know if this to be true or not. But so at the end of Eternals, the Celestial was almost born, but they froze and all that kind of stuff. So they have a specific name. It's going to be some type of island or something. Brainium. Much of that as they can, I think is what the premise of that is. So
they probably gonna use that to introduce antimanium or whatever you pronounce it.
Adamantium, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I know it's weird.
I know, man.
But that Eternals was what 21.
21.
So it's been 3 years and nobody has said nothing. We saw a news clipping about that in She-Hulk and ain't heard nothing else about it since.
Let me ask you this, man. It's kind of like an off-the-dome question, right?
Okay.
But it was a lot of Phase 4 films, right?
Yes.
And they're looking to do sequels for a lot of them. We haven't gotten any announcements yet. But which one would you be, I guess, the most excited to see? A Shang-Chi 2, another Doctor Strange film, Eternals 2, like... Because a lot of those are... I think Shang-Chi is probably considered the best film. Good. But it's kind of like there are a lot of misses in Phase 4, right? And, I mean, Shang-Chi being the best one, and it was a true origin film.
Right.
Something we'd never seen. You want to see the 10 rings and all that stuff. I just want his film to be his film. If you have to usher somebody in, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I just want it to feel like it's a true sequel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I feel
because I know he's going to be on the Avengers. He got to be, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But don't make this an Avengers film because I don't think he needs that.
So, agreed. So let me ask you this. Based on what you just said, are there any MCU sequels that don't feel like true sequels to you?
Ooh. Well, I mean, if we're counting Captain America Civil War, that's one, right?
But see, okay, so... And I can understand why you say that because there are so many
plot points in there.
Plot points they introduced Black Panther and Spider-Man, and I get it.
Yeah. But like a true sequel.
But to me, even though we do have the cast of the other Avengers in there, it did still feel like a Captain America movie to me. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean...
It was just a low-hanging fruit because it had so many plot lines. And, I mean, it was a very well-done film because you had the Avengers directors doing it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's the other part to it, right?
Because, I mean, the biggest thing for me that I really, really love about the MCU, right, even though they have all of these films that are intertwined, when you look at a specific franchise, the movies in the specific franchises feel like like actual sequels to the film.
You know what that is? The answer to that question is Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. They really dropped the ball on Mordo being the next villain.
You know what? That's a good one.
That's the one. That's the one.
And
that's the one.
That may be the only one.
Yeah, because that's the one. Because I hold Doctor Strange, the first one, to a very, very high regard. I'm not sure if other people do, but I consider it a top 5 film just off visuals, the story, the mystic art element, like everything being kind of different compared to the other predecessors of, you know, origin films.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, gotcha.
So I really enjoyed that. And then now we get to his film came out 6 years after the first one.
Yeah.
And then we had to deal with Wanda and that shit and multiversal travel and all that. Like none of we didn't, bro.
That
and then you wasting a villain with Mordo.
Facts.
Cause I can't pronounce his real name. He Victor Sweet. I was gonna try, bro. I was gonna try.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
Victor Sweet, goddamn. Like he is such a legit actor, man. And y'all got him shelved for no reason. The only time we seen him was when he introduced the Illuminati in that film when he's supposed to be the villain.
Yep.
They completely dropped the ball with that.
Damn, you know, that's spot on. No, that's right. That's true. That's true. That really was not a direct sequel. That's crazy.
They pissed me off because they really dropped the ball.
But see, and like we talked about when the movie came out, that movie should have been WandaVision season 2.
Exactly.
That's what it should have been. But you know, whatever. I guess you can't win them all, right?
You can't win them all. You're wasting like good characters and good actors. Obviously, like Benedict Cumberbatch and my boy Victor Sweet. Like, hey man, I really want to see them face off against each other.
And you can't even,
and then
you can't even bring that back in the third one because now you got to go battle incursions.
Exactly. So it's kind of like we completely dropped the ball on that.
That's wild. Damn, you're right. That's the one.
That's the one.
Damn, that's crazy.
All right, now last thing, right?
Okay.
Joker 2, another headline came out. Now there is a musical. Right? It's pretty much confirmed, right? But now it's supposed to be like 15 cover songs included in this movie, right? So I'm not sure what that. I mean, I know what cover songs like. I know what So we go have them singing like Bruno Mars or something. Like I'm confused.
The more I hear about this movie, the less excited I become for it because I already wasn't feeling the whole musical aspect. It's cool to have Lady Gaga in it because in her own right, she's a great actress. So I'm not mad at that, but I don't need these motherfuckers singing to each other the whole movie.
Listen, bro, I don't know. And, we got years of tape, so I could have been wrong on this. But I feel like I was not excited when they said Joker 2 the first time.
Neither one of us
were. Okay. I didn't know if I was like, yeah. Then I was like, nah.
Because as great of, and I think this was our stance, right?
Yeah.
The Joker, that film itself was a great beginning and ending of that particular film franchise.
Yes.
That's all you needed. You do not need a sequel to that.
At all.
You do not need a sequel. And now it sounds like, again, even with the addition of Lady Gaga, this shit sounds forced.
Yes.
Why are we doing? I understand the movie made over $1 billion. I get it. But God damn, everything does not have to be a cash grab.
Yeah.
Because now you tainting the brand.
Yep. And then you know what happens after that? You get a third one because you gotta save it. You gotta save it. You gotta save it, bro. Because this, with every passing moment and every headline that comes out about this film, it does seem like it's a train wreck waiting to happen. Like they keep reshooting Captain America, like we just talked about. Brave New World. What is it called? Is it Brave New World?
Yeah, Brave New World.
They keep doing reshoots. They say it's not testing well. Why? Who's pumping money into this?
Marvel. Where they getting it from? I don't know.
No, I'm talking about the Joker.
Oh, the Joker.
Well, you know DC, but still, it's just like y'all forcing content, bro. Like nobody. And then this is the thing: how many times are we gonna look at the Joker and not have Batman? Like I just said with the Penguin, like is Robert Pattinson go put on the cowl? Who's the Batman in this universe? But this the thing: the Joker is so much older than Bruce Wayne in this universe that it doesn't matter. So if y'all go force a sequel, bro, like. Listen, who was the villain in this one?
Society again.
Hey man, that shit ain't gonna keep working, bro.
It's not.
That nigga's deranged, bro. It's not.
Oh my god,
I know, right?
That comes out this year, right? Or no?
I think so. I think toward the end.
Man, we'll review that shit 2 weeks after it come out.
I'm gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be excited. Like now, you know what's gonna happen? They gonna drop a trailer. Minus the songs. Now,
that's how they gonna get you.
Right now, if it ain't no singing in the trailer, you'll be like,
all right. You're
like, all right, they might have something.
And then you get to the movie, the first 2 minutes they singing. Man.
Oh, ragtime. It's gonna be some shit like that. It's gonna be like, you remember how they opened Scary Movie 2? Shake it ass. Watch yourself. It's gonna be that shit.
Show me what you're working with, bro. I'll walk out. Ask for my money back. Man, I'll catch that shit on Max.
Clearly.
Start that shit with ragtime. Man, what? James Gunn, I'm holding you responsible.
You gotta think about the era of Gotham they in. What is like the 80s?
Man, you know what?
It's like the 80s, right? It's like late 70s, 80s.
It's somewhere in there. Cause they was dressing wild. But you know what? With that being said, the jokes is not on us because we're ending this. Listen.
Clearly, we have reached the end of our document. Clearly.
Hey man, look, if you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. Hit that comment section. Let us know about any of the topics we discussed today. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. And we'll catch y'all next week. Yeah. Now, if you're on audio, you know what time it is.
Song of the week.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.